Hello, everybody. Musty Hobbit here, and I am back from Milwaukee. We had a big Midwest Gaming Classic this weekend, and I feel like we're going to do some talking about it. So today is Tuesday, the 17th of April 2018. And like I said, I will get some people in here soon, some who were at the show, some who weren't at the show. It should be a good time. Hello. I've seen that logo before, but I haven't seen that name before. Somebody tinker with their channel name. My Life in Collecting. At UM. Get this sent here. There we go. Ah, it's Joe. Hi, Joe. You're gonna be very proud of me when you see some of the stuff that I got from Milwaukee, from Midwest. If you stick around all the way till the pickups, but if not, I have a pickup video recorded. Just need to edit it. I tried to get through it as quick as I could because there's a lot. There's 75 games. It was nuts. I had a really good time. Like a really good time. I realized that we're looking at Chicago not as an event like this one, or even event like Barrie, but I'm really getting psyched for that, just to be around more club people. It should be good, but yeah, I think of what else. It snowed like crazy on Sunday, like super heavy snow too. It was really rough. And I did all the driving, which was fine. Thankfully, I had an SUV, so that wasn't too horrible. Trying to think of what else. I'll probably be cleaning a bunch of games today. You can kind of see the little stack building up here. But there was all kinds of crazy stuff at the show. I know that I saw somebody buy the Star Fox competition cart. I saw that transaction happen. The guy also picked up a sealed copy of Scat for the NES. Those two things, the cash transaction was $1,600, and it happened 5 feet away from me. It was weird. I just don't know. I don't know what benefit there is to collecting sealed. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I get that it's in the best condition it could possibly be, but if you want to do anything with it other than just stare at it. Oh yeah, there were multiple stadium events too. Yeah, there was one spot that had all 3 of the Panesian games. In fact, that's probably, I don't know if Chris Roberts is still eyeing those, but we should probably let him know that I think it's Forever Games. Forever Games has all 3 of them. If he's still eyeing those things, but yeah. So I'm hoping that we get a few others from the event. Oh, okay. So those are a little too pricey for Chris Roberts' taste. I understand. That's expensive. There was one booth that had 3D perler art, which just looked really cool. I think that P1 probably has some pictures. In fact, I'll see if I can find them. but it was really impressive, and they were like assembling them as we were find it. Oh yeah, I should probably mention the panels too, although we'll talk about them a fair bit. Yeah, so these are the perler bead. Here, we'll turn it sideways. Come on, focus. So they're all in like little easels. There we go. And they're all like multi-plane. There's at least 3 or 4 pixels of depth on each of them. It's just really awesome looking stuff. That Bowser in particular up at the top was awesome, and the shading on the slightly different perler beads really did some cool things with how that looked. Thought about getting some, but I couldn't pull the trigger on those. Yeah. I'm hoping. Where is everybody? We got Mighty Q Dog in the chat. We got there we go. Just a second. One second. I'm trying to get. There we go. I fixed it.
Hello.
Hello.
Excellent. How's it going, Musty?
Good. I got the when I saw that
Joe
P1 decided to do a his own pickup and highlight video. I was like, well, I better rush to get this thing done.
Yeah.
He got his new toy, so he's got to use it.
Oh, is that what that was? The camera? He got that before we left, didn't he?
He ordered it before he left.
Oh, it was there when he arrived, when he got back?
He got the camera, the other equipment arrived.
I see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know what he meant when he said it wasn't what she thinks it was, because that was exactly what I was hoping. He talked about his time at Midwest.
Yeah. It actually makes my I don't spend as much time talking about the event during my pickup video because I'm trying not to make it a half hour. Try not to make it a half hour show or half hour individual episode.
You already filmed it?
Yeah. Well, when I saw that, I was like, I need to get this. I need to get this recorded now. Because I'd still like to do a normal episode of for Thursday and just have this sit individually, which means I'll have to edit it. I'll cut it together. There's not a whole lot I want to do with it other than just cut out a couple parts where I get wordy.
Okay.
But yeah. So NES Addict. This came from P1 from the Cartridge Club. He and I don't know if it was his wife's or both of theirs, but he knows that I'm a Blackhawks fan, so decided to bring this to Midwest and gave it to me. So pretty happy with it. It's the nicest Blackhawks jersey I own now. I'm glad you guys made it back, Eric.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, you too.
Yeah. The drive wasn't too bad. Once you got through like some of that construction in southern Wisconsin, then it just opened up for us. I don't know how it was for you guys because you were driving on Sunday night.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was just a little bit snowy, and as we got further and further south, it dried up a bit. It was fine.
Yeah.
No issues, no concerns.
That's good.
You said were you traveling with someone?
I drove P1 to O'Hare.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your trip to Iowa.
Oh no, the Iowa, like Western Illinois, was nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Nothing to it. Yeah. In fact, I'm kind of happy that we left when we did. We got down there when we did. It obviously worked out well for him, and then it got me home at a reasonable hour, which was good. But yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't roll in too late, and because I was back to work today. So
I'm sorry about what did you say about work?
oh, I was back to work today.
Oh yeah, that really stunk. Yeah, okay. My kids are fighting, and I'm the only one here. I might have to address that in a moment.
Well, if you do, I can just start showing pickups. Maybe that's how we.
Yeah, I gotta go check this out. I'll be back.
Okay, that sounds good. But yeah, NES Addict. There's a couple of other guys in the chat who, on their podcast, were talking about Nintendo Quest and their general thoughts on the show. They had some similar commentary, and I don't think they really liked the main characters, or like they just didn't. I don't know. Kind of have to have a likable protagonist in something like that, and they just didn't. He just didn't do it for him, I suppose. Now I see they're announcing. Is it next week? They're announcing what seems to be the next quest. I don't know what I think about that. And they'd be stupid to do a Super Nintendo Quest right now. Like it's like, let's do this when the system's at its absolute peak for overall value. Yeah, I don't see that working out. I know that there were. I know Ryan made a comment to ask him what they were doing about the NES game that was the stretch goal for that Kickstarter, and that I don't think they've responded. Yeah, there are so many people who, yeah, I don't get the necessity for, like, I have effectively what is stadium events now. I can play world class track meet, and I'm fine with that. It's just a different power pad and a different label and a different opening screen. Like I get that it's this badge of honor for a collector. I don't see it as a necessity. And you're right. They getting that complete collection. I think there's a lot of people who would be okay with the asterisk of not stadium events. But at least I would be eventually. I'm still working my way. I made a decent dent, as you can see, at the event this weekend. But yeah, there's just no way that I would. I mean, there's so much that I could do with the money that would go toward a copy of stadium events. It's insane. It's insane. Yeah. Everything okay?
Yeah, was it muted or not?
No, it was muted.
Yeah.
If it hadn't been, I would have.
They're fighting. They're playing a game. It's my oldest and my youngest, so they're fighting. The one wants to use a certain piece, and that's against the rules, so whatever. It's a game they made up, so I don't know why it matters. But I think they sorted it out.
That's not the rules.
That's right, though. It's against the rules, and the baby wants to use it anyway. Oh, I don't know. Hopefully Eventually, they'll figure it out.
That's
All
good.
right. I can't believe you guys have filmed your stuff already. It's amazing.
Well, I mean, I got nothing else to do in this basement.
Well, we got home yesterday and promptly fell asleep. And
that's fair.
then after dinner, we fell asleep again. It was crazy.
I just want to start getting this stuff clean. I think that's the thing. Is like if I get the video done, I can use tonight to clean it while,
Yeah.
we're chatting.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably going to be updating my inventory here. Got all these Atari games to add.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I got the box over there.
Quite a bit. Quite a bit of stuff to add.
Yeah, I added 75 games.
You got 75? Wow.
Yeah. I mean, counting the draft.
Yeah.
That was 20 something alone. And that was fun.
That's good.
That was fun. That was a good time.
The draft or the whole thing?
Yeah. All of it, but the draft was fun.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that was fun. I think I did rebuy. Like, I completely forgot every manual that I got in the draft, and I think I rebought a bunch of them, which is fine because the ones from the draft, I don't know if I even want them in my house. They are in really bad shape.
Yeah. Yeah, that...
I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I might stick them in a plastic bag and isolate them or throw them out.
I won't tell.
I suppose I can offer them up, but I don't. Hi, Chris.
Hey.
Yeah, I think I did let go of those two that you were like, get this away from me.
Oh, I don't even remember. But yeah, they were some nasty. The ones with the actual black mold on them.
I don't know what
mildew or whatever it was.
It looked like somebody had singed it with had burnt it a little bit or something.
Okay.
Yeah, it was it was gross.
I got the bag right here.
Those are all the Atari cartridges just in a bag?
Yeah, that was the best. Yeah. So I checked the Atari cartridges from the draft because we didn't have enough luggage to carry everything on, and it's a good thing because carry-on space was at a premium. So I checked the Atari cartridges, and then I packed the stuff that was the most valuable stuff and carried it on, and I ended up carrying on almost everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Atari cartridges we just threw in a bag. Oh man, they need so much work. Ugh. No, they're filthy. All right. Anyway.
That's good.
Filthy.
Hello, Fitnet.
Hey.
Hey, Fitnet.
Sorry for being a couple minutes late.
Yeah, you're all right. No sweat.
I don't know if I want these on my desk. And then I forgot to give Eric the ones he picked out.
Uh-oh.
I can't remember which ones they were.
I have it all on tape.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
If you happen to watch it and remember which ones he wanted for himself, let me know.
Okay. Pretty sure Warlords was one of them.
Yeah. I think Warlords, Home Run, and the third one, but I don't remember which one it was.
Oh, that's right, because he picked one and then changed his yeah. I'll find it.
My kids are fighting again.
I hear you can kind of hear that.
It's the old one, yeah. She's just bossy. She's just yelling at the baby. She's just yelling at her about the rules. It gets much worse. I'm gonna have to go back in there.
All right, it's all right.
Tell you these kids. I don't know if I want to work on this part right now. Yeah. I feel like I gotta wash my hands. I'm gonna go wash my hands.
Okay.
Got to get rid of that 80s Atari grunge.
Yeah. Oh, there were some grungy ones. The carts that we got.
It didn't matter which system it was. I think a lot of them were just like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, there's a fair amount of nasty on some of these games. But yeah, I'm really happy with the haul. Really happy with it.
Nice. I'm looking forward to watching those panels.
Yeah, so I should update everyone on that. I have a version of the YouTubers panel, the second one. That one we are still waiting. Both panels were waiting on getting the audio and the video from them because they had a professional, well, semi-professional recording it. And he's going to send us he needs to sync up the audio with the video for all of the panels. So I don't think we're necessarily high priority. I think, John St. John probably takes precedent over us. But we will get that eventually. We will. I know Sean was saying he was going to post the club one. I'm definitely going to post the other one on this channel. Once I have it, I want to cut together the footage that we have with the professional audio, just so we can. Just because I think it'll sound better.
Yeah.
I'm hoping so.
Better production value overall.
Yeah, we'll see.
Potentially.
I may try and cut that together with some of the footage to kind of give a little bit more than just four guys at a table type of thing.
Yeah.
It was good. It was a good time. What is he? Strawberry shortcake on Atari. Yeah. And Chris, you had yourself a bit of an adventure there.
Well, I basically got screwed over flying in and flying out. So I think the first when I was flying out of DC, one of the flight crew, I think, flaked out, and they were scrambling to find a replacement. So I got delayed like an hour and 15 minutes, and then I missed my connecting flight. They'd rescheduled that, and then I think on the way home, that was just a mess because of all the snow. I think because Scott and VG Collectaholic was on the tarmac for like 4.5 hours while they were de-icing. So, I think there's flooding. I was supposed to originally go through New York, so they sent my baggage to New York anyway and didn't reroute it to Atlanta to DC which is where they eventually rerouted me. So I was originally going to go to New York, but then they said, "Oh well, the weather's bad. We'd better have you go the southern route and then go back up north." And then they didn't reroute the luggage, so I think and then my keys were in my checked bag. That was stupid of me. And then I had to wait until I think I was waiting around for like 3 or 4 hours in the airport. I think they gave me a food voucher because for like $15 or something, which I guess it was something. So, and then I was so then I missed the shuttle back to the hotel where I was parked. In DC, so then I had to walk like 1.5 miles to my car, and then from there I drove like 40 minutes home. So I think I got home at like 1:30 in the morning, and so I've been up
that
6.
Sucks.
and then my Switch. I lost my Switch at the convention center, but I think might have tracked it down at least. So that's
okay. Like somebody turned it in type of thing potentially, or
I think so. I think
Okay.
so, from what Ryan told me.
That's good. I would hope that people at a gaming convention would understand what it would mean to have lost their own Switch, right?
Mhm.
And to
It'd be like $600 or $700 on a toilet because there were, I think, five carts in that case. So
yeah, that's brutal.
yeah. So
Hi, Ryan.
Hello.
Hey, Ryan.
Hello.
That room looks familiar.
Not much has changed in the last day or so.
Let me ask you something. Now that I've been there and I've seen that place, why do you keep the door closed?
I guess maybe sound purposes, if you will.
Okay.
It looks better all white as opposed to having this dark path too. I don't know.
Acoustics.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah, you can be honest with me.
Okay.
Now, look here. This is
All right.
why I did it. All right.
Essentially, it's no special reason. It's just, I guess, sound or whatever. You know.
Acoustics and looks neater.
I thought you had
Oh, wait.
roommates or something, and it was like you were just keeping them out.
Nope.
But you don't. So open it up. Yeah, all right.
You forgot the kitchen, toilet, basement when describing the sauce house.
Oh, I thought I mentioned it. The kitchen, the toilet in the kitchen. I didn't mention it.
If I did, I missed it.
That's all right.
From the video.
I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, believe me, I am sure I missed several.
You got the keynotes. You got the Mr. Ed Door. You got the porn mirror. You got the.
I missed the hanging lights in the front the front room.
Those are quite the chains.
Yeah.
You have to take a bunch of pictures and footage before you start demoing everything.
Yeah. There's comments on our video. They want to see the Rocket House.
You have to get to MPC if you want to see the Rocket House. You know?
I think it'll change by then.
You know, it's just free pass here. You know.
Okay.
Make a trip.
No free pass.
We don't hand out freebies here. You know. I'm sorry.
Somebody cleaning? Somebody was saying that in the comments. Is
Return
somebody
to
actually
cleaning
cleaning?
channel.
Yep,
Who's cleaning? Musty?
I'm cleaning.
You cleaning those Atari games?
No, not yet. I'm cleaning this.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
That's how we're gonna do pickups today. I'm just gonna be like, okay, now we're gonna.
This is,
Where's Troy? Where's
Yeah,
Troy for this? Usually he's the guy who's cleaning it all the
I
time.
told him. He's on the invite.
He's got to see your
Promise
He's got to see your technique, Musty.
Well, if I like, I could go the full. Like, if there's nothing loose in them, I'm gonna leave them shut. I could open them up, but
One thing I haven't tried yet is the fiberglass pen. I heard that from one person.
fiberglass pen.
Yeah.
What does that do?
I guess it's like if you have a really if the pins are really bad, like they're you can use that instead of brass to take them off. So I think it's just basically compressed fiberglass into like a little. I could pull one out. I think I have it somewhere, and it removes some of the corrosion stuff.
Interesting.
I've heard steel wool is also good.
Yeah, you just have to be careful. Of course.
I was joking, but of course that's a thing.
I mean, you could use really fine grit stuff, but I would not recommend it.
I've used like 800 grit sandpaper, but only like single passes.
Yeah. Yeah, when it's really bad.
I think that's a last resort type of thing.
Oh yeah. I will use white art erasers until we got all kinds of guys from the convention there. Cartridge Fun, Vigigamer. How's it going, guys?
They in the chat.
Yep. And then Jason from Corpse Slug Gaming's here. NES
Yeah, I
Addict's
saw it.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is the most active this chat has been in a while.
9 people.
The conference.
I don't know if
Conference
you know
president.
this. I don't know if you know this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
That tends to happen after conferences.
You only need to shake some hands, get them watch your video, and then comes the disappointment.
Yeah. No, I will say one of the best things that happened. I got to meet a fan. I don't know how old he was, but he was there with his parents.
His name was not Joe.
It wasn't Joe. That's right. No, but so if Dylan's watching, thanks for coming up and talking to me, Dylan. That was cool. He's probably not watching, but
That's awesome.
He
though.
watches your stuff.
he could be. Lurkers are welcome. Yeah.
Oh, I think then he got interviewed. I think I remember by some random YouTuber.
Oh, those
YouTubers.
guys?
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned them because they threw some games at me for answering their super easy trivia question correctly. Ugh, Silver Void stickers.
Yeah, those are the worst.
Yeah, especially on the label. I should just leave it.
Yeah, but if you got it down to the sticky part, you're probably gonna have to cover that up with something else.
Well, maybe if I can at least get it off of the plastic.
That was the foil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say.
This has clearly been voided before.
I had tried to take a Blockbuster sticker off of a Maximum Carnage. It's never been the same since.
Yeah, I think the best method's with using a hairdryer, but that doesn't always work.
Yeah, and you risk taking the actual label off or damage.
Yeah, if you go too far.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. This is just number one of. It's gonna be a long night if I take too long on any one of these. At least the pins are good.
That was kind of fun to watching Dean play Snatcher. I've never seen that game in person. I don't think I've seen it played in person.
Yeah, it's probably not too common.
Did he post his STC style pickup video yet?
No, he kept asking him. I don't know why. He just doesn't seem to want. I don't know if he doesn't want to or is.
Did he film it while you were there? Record? Did he record it while you were there? While he was there?
Yes. Yeah.
He did.
I don't know.
Now he did a Just Beat It today, where he completed 3 Super Nintendo games.
Mm-hmm.
How the heck did he complete 3 Super Nintendo games over the weekend?
Well, he was all by himself yesterday.
Okay.
And 2, he had a Retron 5. So you take that into consideration.
And now working retro. Yeah.
Oh, did he play these games at your place?
Yes. But like I said, keep in mind, he
Yeah,
played with the Retron 5.
All right, so I know you're a safe state. Fine, that's fine. I don't know when he had the time to do any video game playing.
Yeah. After P1 and I left, because we left at like 10:30 on Monday,
Yeah.
and then he was home by himself, so Ryan got off work.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would never buy a Retron 5. I think those things are questionable build quality.
Well, it certainly seems like it.
Yeah, I've heard the horror stories of people pulling their pulling the pins right off the board, and
Off a cartridge board.
yeah,
That's how you know it's sturdy.
that's right.
The jaws of life. Jeez.
Yeah, that system I won last year at PRGE. I don't want to use it. It's just an NES clone system. I forget what it's called. FC something.
What FPG? No.
Huh? It's
Which
not the
one?
twin. Hold on, let me see. Get the exact name. In any case, pulling an NES cartridge out of there is
Death Grip.
Hyperkin Retron FC Loader.
Oh, so it plays NES and
It plays
Famicom.
NES.
And Famicom, I'm guessing.
I wonder
That's what
what
they
style
say,
that-
but it only has one cartridge port. I don't think it plays Famicom. You can't stick a Famicom into an NES slot, can you?
No.
Unless you have a converter.
I do.
Yeah.
I have an Excitebike cartridge with a. No, it's the other way around. Yeah, it would allow me to do that. I could put a Famicom game into the converter, and then put it in an NES cart slot. Anyway. Okay.
I was talking with my coworker who essentially is one of the people who runs the museum. He said they suffered a little bit of theft this year besides the what do you call it, the Windy City game, you guys having someone steal that board from them.
There's
I guess I guess there's like some people who were just someone apparently reached into because they didn't have enough time to build all those plexiglass cages. So someone stole a what do you call it? Super. What's the sequel to Gunstar Heroes? Is it Super Gunstar Heroes? The ones in the Game Boy Advance. But someone stole one of those. They reached in and was able to get their finger to hit the switch to, let go of the release button on the Game Boy Advance player on a GameCube. So someone stole one of those, and then someone stole a couple basic PS3 controllers. So there's some minor theft, but like I was telling him, I was like, to be honest, I didn't see any security on the floor aside from checking wristbands going into the rooms.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a good point.
and he said they didn't have the choice of selecting. It was just the service that was provided with renting the Wisconsin Center that you had to select their security service that they provided. So that's because I was talking to him about with Chris, trying to find out if there's any information about, getting a hold. And essentially, he reached out to Dan, and then Dan got back to him and said, actually, someone reported that there was one there. What he believed was one was there. So that's why I reached back to Chris to call. They say call the Wisconsin Center, lost and found. So I gave Chris the number. So we play the waiting game now to see if if someone actually turned in a switch or whatnot.
Yeah.
Here's hoping.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
To figure out shipping and all that stuff.
It's called,
If they-
you return the karma somewhere down the road.
Oh,
Well, I mean, I think you've had your share of bad karma right now, just from all the transportation stuff.
yeah. That's sort of the cherry on top after I went through security. I was like, oh, crap, where is it?
Wow.
All right. NES Addict, we'll see you later. Thanks for dropping by, man.
Bye.
We're cleaning. I'm cleaning. Well, these ones aren't so bad. They're Brad's. But Eric, are you saving your thoughts on the event for your video? Or
No, I can talk about it. You want about the event itself?
yeah, sure.
It was a good time. It always, it always is, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say. If we had a pre-expo, hangout, we did went to that store. What's it called?
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
The
You guys got a good show, good floor, good store,
Mhm.
and then good food. Yeah, good company.
So, how did you rank the Martinos versus Portillo's? Because I honestly believe the reason why I rank Martinos over Portillo's is because the hot dogs I think are significantly better there. I don't like the hot dogs at Portillo's at all. I think they're bad.
They're not Vienna.
At least the Portillo's I've had, the ones at Martino's are.
Yeah, I know. I don't remember what Portillo's are. I don't get a lot of Portillo's hot dogs though.
Yeah, I don't know that I always go for sausage or beef
Yeah.
at Portillo's.
I thought the beef. What was it called? Martino's.
Mhm.
It was good. I probably don't need it with the cheese. I don't think that added anything to it.
Mhm.
The giardiniera was the hot peppers. That
Mhm.
it was okay. A lot of seeds, which I think is where the heat is.
Mhm.
But other than that, I remember it being just fine. I don't know how I'd rank it. I'm sorry.
No, it's just curious.
It was good.
I get the Italian beef from there. I know Portillo's. I think the Italian beef is fine. I haven't tried. They offer 3 cheeses there, at least the ones by me, like cheddar, mozzarella, and I forget the third, maybe Swiss.
Who offers 3 cheeses?
Portillo's.
They do.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never had cheese on it. I didn't even know
I've
about
had
that.
it. I've had it once in Chicago, and I've had it once up here. And
I'll be damned.
I know cheddar was an option because I was like cheddar, but then again, I'll get roast beef sandwich with cheddar cheese on it, so I imagine it's not too far off.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was good. I definitely liked it. The thing was, so that was Friday. I had it at Portillo's the one day earlier. So, just the what do you call it? When you have the same food, twice in a row, maybe the second time isn't as good.
I know. I didn't want. The only thing was I was trying to think of something that we could all, that we could eat, that essentially then we can continue up the road and hit up the Carney store before coming back and then wanting to hit hitting a Best Buy because you guys want to check out Best Buy or something. So I was trying to map everything out that's not too far from each other.
No, that was perfect. It's my own fault I got the beef, but at a place like that, I would always get the beef as sort of the first, the gauge of whether they, if they can do that, then I trust that they can do a lot of other things pretty good. Not that I'm ever going to really be back there, but it's kind of like when I go to a Chinese.
You're going to like it.
Huh?
You're going to be there, and you're going to like it.
If we come back to MGC, I'm going to say we should go there again. Absolutely.
I think. Let's see. Corpse Flood's asking what our highlight of the weekend was. 8 for each of us.
Highlight.
Literally, it was the travel experience mostly.
I'd say maybe doing the panel. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. I was nervous.
I did fine.
I think we all were nervous.
I couldn't tell. You guys are cool as a cucumber.
I always am.
That's why I need to go back and watch it because there was a point where I'm just like, what am I saying? What am I? I'm just
what did I just say? I blacked out for.
Hey, man, you kicked it to me nicely though, because I was just trying to think of how I was going to start.
I felt like I segued horribly. Like
we didn't plan that. We didn't plan that at all, and I was like, perfect, because I can mention because I was trying to mention the Hangouts eventually, and I was like, you just segued perfectly into how I was trying to come up with my intro.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Yeah. You're right. If these Hangouts don't exist, I think that there's a lot of us that don't interact as frequently as we do.
Yeah.
So # thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't plan in my ending, and that's my whole thing at the end of there was like, I was just like, how am I gonna end this here? And I was like, oh, the Mighty Q Dog, your turn.
Oh, that's how I ended it. I'm like, then I literally said, I don't know how to end this. Here you go, Sean. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate vocalizing that kind of stuff. But
I essentially planned out everything else I was gonna say when I was shoveling in the morning, and I was just like, and then what's it called?
It gave you a chance to clear your head, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess the highlight is being on the Q Dogs video.
Oh,
There you go.
please. Thank you.
Brown noser.
Yeah, right.
Kind of starstruck here.
Friggin' Dean. Yeah. Starstruck. Dean's one of the first Cartridge clubbers we ever met. No.
He wants to meet everyone.
I know.
That's
I know.
cool.
So when someone comes up to you, it's like, okay, you can gush about how much of a fan you are, but only for 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Go.
right. We got a strict 5-minute limit here in the Q Dogs.
Yeah.
But we had, that PK versus the World we know on Twitter. He came up to us and
John Aguilera.
oh yeah, John. Yeah, John. Yeah. Yeah, that threw me for a second because I'm like, I know this guy. I was drawing a blank, and of course the costume didn't help.
Right.
But
The Bowser helmet, Bowser hat.
Yeah. Yeah, and back in the day, gamer too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Do I can't think if there's like one. I mean, I think the panel's kind of one of those things. It's like, if we never did another one, I would still be like, that would still like stick as a huge, like, this is something that I did. Like,
Yeah, no kidding.
but I totally don't see any reason why we wouldn't do another one, as long as they'd have us back, right? Like, it'd be nice if it wasn't, I mean, I suppose first thing on Sunday wasn't bad timing, but then doing 2 of them is just kind of extended my. I'm still happy I did both.
Yeah, that might be a bit much because you had 2 really kind of close.
I had
together,
2,
right?
and if they had been back to back, maybe that would have been okay. But
Yeah.
the fact that they were an hour apart meant like I had the panel, then I got to walk around, and I'm like, I'm gonna just go buy some games, and then I had to go back and do that. Boo-hoo, right?
Yeah,
You're too popular to go game shopping.
Ah,
that happens.
Musty, was it for you meeting a fan? An actual fan?
that was nice. I mean, a fan who's not like also have a channel fan. I think
Someone
That
who's
ki-
just a pure watcher, right? Just someone who watches
Yeah.
YouTube and isn't a contributor and isn't, in the Cartridge Club, right?
yeah, it was just I don't know like what videos that like I should have asked. I didn't think to ask in the moment like what hey
You
which,
blew it. Yeah.
I blew my chance for some feedback.
No, I'm sure.
I imagine it is different getting that experience of like when someone introduces themselves, they don't follow up with what their channel is.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I'm sure he watches other retro gamers and found you and
I bet.
found you not to be too yelly,
Or outraged all the time.
too negative and outraged. Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, this is what I do.
And the new Genesis consoles made by Ad Games. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I've seen 4 of them at least pop up on my feed. 4 of them. How many hours ago was that announced?
I just want to say kudos to John Hancock for saying something.
What do you
That's
mean?
the piece.
Yeah, I didn't see.
For saying like what for kind of saying what's the big deal?
What's the big deal? Yeah.
Like you weren't going to buy this thing anyways.
Mhm.
Kind of is kind of the point he was making. Like
You
yeah,
think
and
they
yes,
wouldn't have? You think
Oh,
people
I don't.
wouldn't have bought it anyway?
Oh no, they will all buy it to make a review to say how much they hate it, and then they all have the same exact thumbnail.
And then they'll,
Worst Genesis ever? Question mark.
and then they'll sell it on, and then they'll sell it on eBay for a profit.
That's right.
And then put what's that stupid RGT title card? It's only
Careful now, he might be coming after you. He doesn't like it when people make fun of him.
Yeah, I know. I beat him up. I think and all of their friends jump on people on Twitter. It's annoying. They're like, "Well, he's a really great person." Well, he's spreading misinformation. I don't care how nice this person is.
You are your online persona, and you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
And there is a bit of a difference between critiquing what someone is putting out there and critiquing what kind of a person they are outside of their online persona and what they put out as videos.
Yeah.
Like I've seen, I won't name YouTubers I've had to unfollow. Just I'm sure they're great people in person, but they're just personas, and what they put out is just not for me anymore. It's just too negative.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, like I watched Jim Sterling for a very brief time, and then I decided I was and I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Well, him and Yahtzee have the same shtick basically.
Well, they both work for the same company at the same time.
Yeah,
wherever it is.
I mean, I'll admit, I think Sterling's a really good writer and everything too, but there's something where it just takes. I understand some people make their money off negativity, but there's just a point in time where you just get sick and tired of it. Where
not gonna click with everybody.
Mm-hmm. It just gets tiring after a while. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That one cleaned up all right.
So, Eric, does Melissa now like Spotted Cow?
Yeah, I'm sure she does. Yeah. Hopefully, she won't get addicted to it because it's not going to be easy getting it.
I mean, for me, it is, but
yes, very good.
Well, that didn't show up on the microphone at all.
Sorry.
If you're gonna make noise, make as much of it as possible.
That's the trick to telemarketers.
What's that?
Is you keep some cellophane. You keep some cellophane. You just be like, I can't hear you. You got a bad connection.
Going into a tunnel. You know,
yes,
Chevy
Caleb,
Chase.
That is my cat in the background here.
Yeah.
Chevy Chase.
I was going to say Chevy Chase is very good at the cutting out. You guys ever see Spies Like Us? Maybe it's anyway. He always used to be very good at faking the cutting out of the microphone. He could cut off words as he's saying them and pretend there's a gap. Never mind. If you haven't seen Spies Like Us, you watch the movie sometime.
Ooh, yeah.
Where's
Ryan,
Kevin? He would know.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he's old.
He's old. Yes, all us old timers would know.
I mean, you'll start talking about that, and then you'll just segue into Fletch.
Fletch, yeah. That's a good one.
I had never heard of that movie until he mentioned it on the Fandango.
Oh, boy.
Not a critique. I've just never heard of it. I don't think it's as popular as he thinks it was, or I just missed it entirely.
Well, yeah, it's probably, you'll pardon my saying so, before your time.
Potentially. But I've seen and enjoyed a lot of movies that were before my time.
Okay.
Reruns were a thing in the 90s.
That's true.
But I do feel like I missed a lot of the Chevy Chase kind of era of movies, just in terms of reruns. I obviously saw stuff like Christmas Vacation, but just the other stuff that was just kind of not the top of the popularity just kind of didn't come on much.
I can't wait to find out what all this thumbnail means for Fandango tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they took your picture, didn't they?
For some reason, I have a bottle of ketchup in my backpack, but it's sticking out. It's sticking
I
out
can't
too.
imagine where they got that from.
I don't remember my backpack being that full.
When Billy Mitchell have it with the tickets.
The rush tickets, if you take a look.
Oh, is that there?
Mm-hmm.
Must have been interesting getting a picture with him while all the stuff with Twin Galaxies is going on.
Yeah.
Well, and then he filmed his response.
Yeah.
There, and I think Jason saw that happening. He was like, "What's going on?" Like,
oh really?
I think he may have seen that. Yeah, I think he may have seen that actually being. Yeah, and it's such a weird way to approach this whole thing at this point. Like, because now he's on the aggressive end, right? Where he's just being like, they're gonna find the proof, and you're gonna see it, and we're gonna deliver everything, and it's gonna be transparent, all of it.
But the thing about it is, then why are you selling "I Got Maimed" T-shirt?
What?
He had a T-shirt at his booth saying "I got maimed." It was like a tuxedo T-shirt with a USA tie, or not, and then it had a little button on it saying "I got maimed."
That's an interesting choice.
Interesting.
Being okay with emulation doesn't necessarily mean he used it for that, though.
No, but I understand maybe that, I thought they were taking it as joke, because when I met him, he was honestly a really nice guy. I felt the common joke all weekend, because he was there, was just like, "Oh, this guy's the cheater and blah blah blah. He's a piece of shit." That was honestly the guy. Everyone was making that same exact joke. And when I met him, he seemed a little worn down. Granted, it's the end of the day on Sunday, but he was more than willing to when I asked for what's called a picture, he said absolutely, and what's called, he shook my hand, and then he took the picture, and he says, "If you ever see me in another convention or back here next year, please come up and say hello. It was really nice to meet you." And I was like, "Oh, awesome, thank you, very nice to meet you." He said he wasn't jerkhead Billy, or
wasn't big timing you.
No, he didn't big time. He was really nice, basically. And I almost wonder if Walter Day, because Walter Day was there too, almost said, "Hey, Billy, let's get ahead of this right now. This news is going to come down. Let's get ahead of this and just, at least make a statement and put, it's better than being in hiding, I guess, if you will, maybe to show yourself that you're, not scared of anything." But
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, even though let's say, I love King of Kong. I thought it was a great movie, and Man versus Snake. I thought those are both good times.
Oh, I should watch
He's kind of a personality, if you will. It's
yeah. I mean, the problem is he plays in those movies. He plays, well, at least in King of Kong, he plays the villain.
In Man vs. Snake, he
didn't have to. Yeah. He didn't have to, but he did.
But it makes a good story, right? It makes a good story.
Didn't they kind of edit it that way too?
I think so.
I'm sure they embellished it a little bit to paint him into that kind of a.
It's for good storytelling, right?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Dean.
Hey, Dean's in chat.
Yay.
Sorry. Keep your hands where I can see him, right?
Somebody gave us a 1-up card.
Oh, yeah? That'd save me a lot of time right about now.
And I don't know. I mentioned John Riggs. I don't know if he knew, or can't remember if he recognized it or not. But yeah, I instantly thought of Riggs.
I think when I went to his panel at PRG last year he gave away 2 or 3 of them to each person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to go to his panel next time.
I think he was trying to fix a bunch of dirty cards, I think, for his panel. That was all, his entire panel.
It was like a live can I fix it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, this is quite the chat we got.
Yeah.
Caleb, James,
Rockstar's left.
Dean joined.
Yeah, everybody missed
Gamer.
us.
Yeah. Corpse Flood. Cartridge Fun. That's it. Yeah, it's too many people. Okay. Hello, everyone in the chat. There's room in the stream here to jump in.
It's true. The link is on the Discord.
You know,
Yeah, we can do
pickups.
I'm surprised we haven't started yet because it'll probably take us forever.
I mean, you've done one.
Sure. Yes, I showed that.
Like, mention Musty probably end up doing highlights.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
I'm
just trying to think if I picked 5 things I wanted to show.
Or you could just
not five sets of things, just
Okay, so since most everyone other than me is going to be showing convention pickups, and it's going to be like a relatively large number, I only have 2 things. Should I go first or after?
Go.
Okay.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Go.
Excellent. Anyway, I got the new Star Wars book, Last Shot, for the Solo movie tie-in. It's actually got a reversible cover for Lando on here. I'm not going to show that just because it's a pain in the ass, but I thought that was a cool thing. I've never seen a reversible cover on a book. But, and I got the Yakuza 6 limited edition.
Whoa!
Song of Life After Hours edition, the one with the
nice.
The cups.
It's in there, some kind of statue or something?
No, it's
Cups?
got 2 bar glasses, the coasters, 2 ice stones. None of that's ever getting used, by the way.
Yeah.
And collectible outer box, obviously, because all that, and a 64-page art book, which I will likely open. So this is probably all going to stay sealed until I actually get around to playing it. Yeah, that was cool.
Cool.
The Yakuza is ridiculous. I love this. Even though I will never use that stuff, I had to get it.
Dean's asking if that's just a novelization for Solo.
Oh, no. We're going to do that separately. This is a...
Hi, James.
I haven't actually looked at what the description is, but I've heard nothing but good things about it.
James.
Sorry.
Either way,
Cool.
just for the sake of time, look up a synopsis on your own for it. I haven't looked at it really yet, so who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
All right.
I'll show the games first. I didn't get, this is probably the smallest amount I've pulled away from a game convention. And maybe it's because what my want list wasn't as severe for this convention. And I think one of the main reasons why I'm aiming for Dreamcast kind of at the moment is I really don't see too many local sellers selling Dreamcast games. So I think that's the main reason why it's been bumped up my want list. So essentially I got Capcom vs. SNK.
Nice.
Oh, you ended up working that out with them?
A little bit. I can only shave a couple bucks off this one. It still was below. It was already below price charting to begin with when the negotiations started. The price was originally. I got them to shave a couple dollars off more, but I couldn't find anything else to bundle with it. To chop down anymore. And then Melissa's brother Eric helped with the negotiations of King of Fighters Evolution and the King of Fighters 99, the Dream Match.
Nice.
So these were up on the list, top of the list there. I also picked up the Simpsons game, and that was bundled with Super Monkey Ball Adventure for the GameCube. But I thought this was supposed to be the first Super Monkey Ball, so that's the one miss, I guess, if you will, this weekend was this one. Because I was trying to get the first 2 Monkey Balls and essentially got the third one, which is, I guess, a different type of game. So that's kind of a miss, but it wasn't that bad.
I guess finding the third Monkey Ball would have you confused.
Yeah. Anyways. And then I got, this was probably the highest game on my want list, was Rampage for the Master System. It is complete. And it is also signed on the manual by the guy who created Rampage. He did the artwork and he created the game. His name's Brian Cullen. He worked on other games like Arch Rivals and General Chaos. He's got a few names to his list. And then I essentially picked up a lot of art at this convention. Something I want to do, so maybe I can add some, if you will, art to these walls here. Give it a little bit more, make it look like more like, I guess a gamey room, if you will. So there's one vendor who is selling. Who they're there every year. They're out of Green Bay, Wisconsin, but they sell arcade side panel work. So like the side panels, if you will. So I bought 2 of them. I bought the Turtles original arcade art panel. So yeah, one. It's one of them. The other one I still have to unbox or untube, if you will. I'll come back to this one later, I think, because let's see if it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back. I'm gonna be able to squeeze it out real quick here.
That's going in Fandango.
Ew. And I picked up also. This is the other one because they had a 2 for $35. I picked up Captain America and the Avengers, the arcade panel for it. So.
Oh, nice.
So I got 2 of them. There's a couple more. Those Hawkeye.
Who's that guy at the top? The white guy.
Vision.
That's Vision? Okay.
Yeah.
How come he's purple in the movie?
That's what Vision originally looked like.
Yeah, Vision turns white for a period in the comics, but then he goes back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he had his emotions removed, and that kind of he nullified his color scheme or something like that. I have no idea. I'm not familiar with that era all that much.
So I also got when I met the guy from Rampage, I got a poster that he was selling, and he personalized it to Rocket Sauce here. They said thanks for playing, Brian Cullen. So it's
cool.
The original arcade panel, and I just essentially put all these in here because they all fit in there. I should have put it there like that on Sunday. I was traveling, so I don't have to worry about bending it. And then I bought a few of these art panels. I know Must, I believe, picked up this one last year.
Yep.
I got this one. So it's the Samus coming out of the Metroid outfit. Even though I'm not even the biggest Metroid fan, I just really like how it looks. I think it's really awesome painting. I also picked up a Spider-Man one from this guy. One for Nier Ultimatos.
I grabbed that one too.
Everyone's picked this one up because it's fantastic. It's awesome looking.
Good.
And so I met Billy Mitchell. I got a poster for King of Kong, and he signed it, and Walter Day signed it. So I'll tell the quick story bundle about this one. They were originally trying, when I went up front to ask them how much were these posters, these little mini posters. The guy originally told me he thought they were $5, but he wanted a check. So some lady came over later and said, no, they're $10 each. And I said, that's a little too much. And then Walter Day came over, and I asked him, would you do some kind of deal? Because besides having this King Kong one, they had a Man versus Snake one, which is also on Netflix. It's a pretty good, another one of those retro gamer movies. And me, Musty, and Dean watched it last year at Portland, or the previous year at Portland. But I was asking, can I get one of each? Would you do 2 for $15? And then Walter Day pulled me aside, or he said, hold on, I'll tell you what, I'll make you an offer. I'll give you those 2 posters. He's like, I'll give you these 2 little pictures or something like that, and I'll sign them both, and I'll throw in 2 bottles of hot sauce. And he's like, I'll sign them. You can get Billy to sign them. You can, what's it called? If you want a picture, I'll take it with you. So he's like, so I'll do that for $20. And I was like, okay, because I actually wanted a bottle of the hot sauce too. What's it called? And then Brad was standing right by me, and he wanted the poster for the King of Kong. So he asked me, he said to ask Walter Day to throw in another King of Kong poster. Would you do it for make it 25? And Walter Day said, absolutely. So Brad got a poster for $5 too. So I got that. And then there was another guy selling video game themed comic book covers renders, if you will. So they're all video game themed, but they're all parodies of famous comic book art covers. So I got one for Space Harrier. I don't know which one this one is. I forgot. He told me which one it was, and I forgot it. They got me that one. Got one for Marvel vs. Capcom, which is a parody of Justice League: A New Beginning, I believe.
Justice League International issue 1. The Deadpool is taking the place of Guy Gardner.
There you go.
Is he saying want to make something of it, or?
Yeah, he says we'll make something of it. So
yeah, that's awesome.
And then I got one for Metal Gear Solid 3, but it's a parody of a Nick Fury comic.
Oh yeah. Recognize that one.
I know they did like one for BioShock, which was the first appearance of Iron Man. There was a Mario Brothers one that was a parody of the first Fantastic Four. There's a whole bunch of them that he had, and it was 3 for $20. So I picked the 3 that I like the most. There's more I would want to go back for. So I imagine if he's there next year, I'll probably snag up a couple more. And he said
awesome.
He said Seed only does them after he plays the game and beats them, because then he gets inspired to go back and then do like think of a classic comic book cover and then come up with the art for him. So, but he had a huge selection to go through. So, I was a really big fan of the art. So when I saw that on Saturday, I knew that's going on Sunday, I was gonna pick up a lot of art, especially start polishing this room. So,
that guy. Sorry to go ahead. I was gonna say that guy in the sunglasses there to the middle left kind of looks like the Bad Dudes guy.
I believe that is
drawn, but like Ocelot or something.
No, that I believe that is Ocelot. I'm drawing a blank on his name.
But he does. Yeah, he does kind of look like the Bad Dudes guy.
Yeah. Well, there was a Bad Dudes one too. Like there was one for Bio Commando, which was what's the first Spider-Man? Is it Amazing Spider-Man #1 where he's swinging in there with the criminal?
Amazing Fantasy #15.
There we go. It was one for that one, but with Bionic Commando, and he had Hitler on his arm. He's swinging in.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought about that one too. But
that has been parodied so many times. That's probably one of the top ones.
Mm-hmm. But that's it. That's what I picked up for Midwest. I know it's a little low, but I got a lot of stuff that I really liked. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, who wants to go next?
No.
Chris, you want to go?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you made noise, so you're committed now.
So let's see. So I bought. I guess it's mostly NES games, but I bought a couple other stuff, stuff for other systems. So, bought the Star Soldier Vanishing Earth for the N64. After playing it at Ryan's, so Jet Force Gemini. Let's see. So Shining Force for the chest. And I bought this just sort of as a novelty. Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition for the PC Engine.
Cool.
So, and let's see, Silent Debuggers for the TurboGrafx. The Pitfall 2, The Lost Caverns.
Oh, you found it. Good.
Yeah.
Was that the only one there? I don't remember seeing more than one.
It may have been. I don't think I saw it anywhere else. Let's see, Akari 3, just because I had the first 2. Let's see. Swords and Serpents. Let's see. And I bought a couple of Natsumi games. So let's see. Shadow of the Ninja. And Scat, which is probably my biggest purchase of the day. Let's see here. Who makes this one? Mule. So simulation game, I think. Which Archon, which I think is basically like chess. And then a couple of games I've been looking for a while. Let's see. Monster in My Pocket. And let's see. So for this one, for Crash and the Boys, they had it marked way too high, and I think I just showed them the listing on eBay, and he dropped the price down to, I think it's 54, and he dropped it to 35.
Yeah, Sean was telling me about that, where you're like, well, here it is on eBay. I'll pay this much.
Yeah,
Is that what happened? That's
pretty
awesome.
much.
I'm doing that.
I
Pull the phone and say this many.
Yeah.
and I was going to show you guys. Let's see here. So this is sort of a fiberglass pen. So
Okay.
that's another option. You can sort of another tool to have in the toolkit if you need to remove corrosion from pens. So I think they're only like $3 or something. But that's it.
Okay. Next.
I want to show something real quick that I forgot about. Just because Julian brought these down for me, because I mentioned on the previous week's Hangout that I was kind of looking into these old 1980s, early 90s wrestling figures. I got a Hulk Hogan and a Super Jimmy Fly Snooker that he, some coworker, I believe, gave it to him, and he heard me mention it on Hangout, so he dropped them off down here. He got me these two, and then he also picked up a Sting, one of those old wrestling pillows. So I got me a Sting pillow now. So I just wanted to give him a shout out, saying thanks for that. And I think I forgot to show the King Kong hot sauce off. I'm not sure if I did.
Oh, you did.
You did.
So either way, there you go. Just want to give him a shout out, saying thanks again for the hookup here.
How much backlog of that sauce do you think they have that they just have to give away to get rid of it?
Oh, probably. They probably got enough because, I imagine they sell this stuff at every convention they go to. So, but it doesn't expire to 2020. So, get some time with this guy.
They've got time. So, Eric or Musty?
I can go. I'm just trying to decide. I don't want to show everything, but
Yeah.
just because there's a ton. So
Do you want Eric to go while you sort your stuff?
I'm ready if Musty doesn't mind, or Musty, you go. You don't mind? Okay.
yeah, you can go, Eric.
So let me see. I handpicked a couple of things here. Let me start with
See, Eric's prepared.
let me start with this guy. This is Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. This is not the upcoming portable, but I have the other two. I think there's 3 on the NDS, maybe 4, but I have 2 other ones. I think this is the middle one.
Yeah, there's 3, and that is the second one.
Yeah, so I, subset complete on this one.
3 main games. There's the Apollo Justice and Edgeworth, whatever. Stuff.
I don't have the Apollo. Is that one? No.
There's side games.
Those are side games. Okay, good. Because I forget what the other 2 are called. Okay, and then I don't know. I kind of felt bad almost buying this because it's it's a Milton Bradley. Musty, I think you already have this, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yep.
Yeah. So I just remember this from like back in the day, Game Pro magazines or something. So I don't know if I'll do a Milton Bradley, but this is one I kind of had my eye on. It looks in really good shape, so I grabbed it. And then Musty helped me get this one, which I thought was like a super good deal because I thought for some reason this game went for over $20, but it wasn't. He had it priced about right, but I got a couple bucks off thanks to Musty. So thanks, Musty. A Boy and His Blob. My interest in this is mostly A Boy and His Blob from the NES, so I thought I'd grab the Wii version too. I don't know.
David Crane's. David Crane,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then let's see, one of the items on my wish list, thanks to Ryan from a few Hangouts ago, was Star Soldier for the N64, Star Soldier Vanishing Earth, and he got it in a little case, which is kind of cool. So, and this is not what we paid. We bundled this with some other things, so I got that down a little bit from there. And then I want to mention 2 gifts I got. First, Brad. The guy Rocket Sauce knows, and he actually had sent me my last I think he sent me Tubin, the last Tengen game. He saw that we were discussing this a few weeks or months ago on Twitter, Battle of Olympus, I think with Matt Bandy, and he said, I got a copy, I'll just give it to you. So
Very competent Zelda 2 clone.
yeah, that's what I keep hearing. And it has the manual, so I was happy about that. So thanks, Brad, if you're watching. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. And then finally, completely out of the blue, I mentioned that I had Final Fantasy V reproduction. And so because it's a repro and I don't own the actual cart, I thought I should at least own the original cart to claim some moral high ground on that one. But Julian, what's his Twitter handle? Latin Legend. Julian comes up to me before the panel and hands me this. This is the Final Fantasy V on Super Famicom, and it doesn't have the manual, but it does have the game. So there was a guy there selling this thing for like $60-something. Now maybe that one had the manual, but Julian says he only paid a few dollars for this. So very, very grateful to have this. This will be just a collector's piece since I don't have any way of playing a Super Family game. But again, thank you very much, Julian. Really appreciate it. So that's it for me.
Okay.
Hi, Dean.
Hello.
Glad you could join. We're doing pickups here. Musty's about to do his.
Yes.
Okay.
Or are you?
Or am I?
That was not the response I was expecting.
Okay.
Okay. There.
See, I'm still so indecisive because I just want to show it all. I think that's what I want to do. We'll start with the stuff that I had on my top fives. So one of the things was a complete copy of The Lord of the Rings Volume 1. It is in fantastic shape. And it was listed under eBay. He wouldn't wiggle anymore, but I just took it because it was already a deal. And then I decided, because I was looking for a copy of this either on the Genesis or the Super Nintendo, and when I looked at the cart on this is Sharpie ridden. So he had this for he gave it to me for $15 under what it goes. So I got Weapon Lord complete, the Super Nintendo, which is the inspiration for Soul Calibur. This one, we played this on Saturday night. I played it on Saturday night. Crisscross for the Sega
Awesome.
That was so fun.
I want to get those now, man.
Yeah.
Backwards cars.
Yeah, I want to see backwards cars and an owl.
I definitely want to try this.
That DJ was trying way too hard.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Let's see. I got 4 black box titles, all 5 screw. I just now realized. Donkey Kong Jr., Popeye, Donkey Kong, and Wrecking Crew. I did not finish my Milton Bradley subset that I was hoping for, but I got 2 of the 3, World Games and California Games, leaving me with Digger T-Rock as the only one left for that subset.
World Games, that's cool. That sounds cool.
Yes. Yeah. There's a guy skydiving from super high. Here, let's look at the cover art there. There's a sumo wrestler standing on top of Japan. There's a guy diving toward what looks to be the Mexican peninsula.
Yeah.
And there's a bull. The guy riding a bull.
Awesome. How many Milton Bradley games are there? Like 20 or
12?
12, and you're only missing one?
I'm missing the one, yeah.
Cool.
Brad 2 made a nice deal with me. And so, put these in proper order. Actually, they're all excellent. Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I was looking for that.
Adventures of Lolo. Rampage. Empire Strikes Back.
Nice.
And Star Wars.
Nice.
So, all those I did not have. He also gave me one toward my Ultra list. And that was this kind of chewed up copy of Snake's Revenge. It's kind of looks melty on the back a little bit. I don't know what's going on there. Also toward the Ultra list, Base Wars, Gyrus, Kings of the Beach, Ski or Die, Star Trek 25th Anniversary, Pirates, and Nightshade, subset complete. The Ultra list is done.
Nice.
Is it
Yay.
ultra complete or just complete?
Ultra combo. The other subset I was aiming for was Broderbund, of which I had 4 games left. So I got Raid on Bungling Bay, Spelunker. P1 got this for free, tossed in on one of his deals, Legacy of the Wizard. And then the last one, which is, I guess, a rare sports game for the NES, Dusty Diamond's All-Star Softball. So, subset complete.
I was gonna say if you ever play through Legacy of the Wizard to Pack Your Patience, that has a humongous map.
Okay.
So
I will keep that in mind. I got a few N64 titles. Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, which we bundled this with your Star Successor, or Eric's Star Successor. Monster Truck Madness, Star Soldiers, something. What was the subtitle for that?
Vanishing Earth.
Vanishing Earth. And Majora's Mask. It's the Hollow. You can't really tell from this, but yeah. I did talk the woman down on getting the Cloud Amiibo. So I got the Cloud Amiibo. And then I found this Squall plush, and I had to have it.
I knew.
Shock.
Yeah. Let me get. Bring over the stacks. There was one deal. The guy was like slashing prices big time on Wii titles. I'm losing my voice. So I got Crystal Bearers, Final Fantasy game. Trauma Team, which was on my berry list last year and I did not get. Now I have all of the Trauma Team games for the Wii. Subset complete. Muramasa, the Demon Blade. And Munchables.
Now, if you say subset complete 3 times, does it summon Curtis?
We were looking for games for him.
That's right. So, of this stack.
And then he bitched about the price on one of them.
Jeez. Okay. Trying to keep stuff that was vendors versus non-vendors because Eric mentioned that he got that one game as part of a deal. It was actually a buy 2 get 1 free, and so he got his game. I got Punch Out for the Wii, and then the free game was Disgaea 3, which was on a list at some point. And then I ended up getting some things from my fellow club or fellow panel mates. And so I want to give special acknowledgement to those. From Jason, Corpse Light Gaming, gave me Super Mario Galaxy 2 and Shinobi for the Master System. Chris. Yep, these ones. We got Mortal Kombat for the Sega CD. Mercenaries for Xbox. Rayman Legends, the PS4, and I think he had. Yep, and then this one is just Fathom, isn't a Magic game. So Munchables is a Katamari like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For the archive, I was saying I clearly missed out on the Munchables hype in the chat. I had no idea what that game was.
And then these one guys came up and asked me a trivia question. They recorded it, and I nailed the trivia question. It was so easy. It was, what is Sonic's partner's real name? And so I answered it. I got it absolutely right. So they gave me Madden 05 Collector's Edition and Madden 07 for the PS2, which was nice of them. And then Vigigamer found a loose copy of Odama. He gave that to me. I made a deal with one of his podcast mates and got a few things out of that, including Penguin Land for the Master System, Transformers Devastation, Lollipop Chainsaw, Ni no Kuni, and Disgaea 4, which completes all the PS3 Disgaeas for me. Subset complete. That's 4. I'm going to need something to drink when I'm all done here. Let me see. The Atari stuff I'll leave out. You guys don't need that. What is left? Oh, so, I forgot this one. Tournament Fighters, the Genesis, complete. And back in the day, Gamer, we were talking about, I told him I was bringing a game for him. He said he had something for me. I had no idea what it was. So we ended up meeting, we were chatting. He pulls out this Crown Royal bag out of his backpack and says, this is for you. He hands it to me. And he said, and I basically pulled this out. It is the Eye of Sauron on a piece of wood that is a coaster. So got these felt feet. But yeah, it's smooth. It's very easy to get fingerprints on it. But yeah, awesome. Yeah, I was super shocked, and it was really cool of him to do that. And Chris is calling for one of the. Hold on. I did get 2 notable Atari games at the show. The other one's from the draft I won't show, but I got Kaboom. I think a lot of people were recommending that. And then I got Alien for the 2600, which I think is a Pac-Man clone-ish type of thing. Okay, I think, I have one quick thing. Talk amongst yourself for about 10 seconds.
Pulling an Apple keynote on us.
Is he still doing pickups?
Yes.
Wow.
He had
He picked up a lot of stuff.
Well, he had 75 games.
Is that true? Is that an exaggeration?
No.
75?
He showed a picture on Twitter.
Oh my gosh.
Who did? What?
Musty, you picked up 75? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh.
75.
Let him finish his Apple keynote with his
Okay,
one
go
more thing.
Okay. This came in the mail. This is one of 3,000. This is not something I got at the show, but it finally arrived over the weekend. It is the vinyl 2-disc soundtrack for Katamari.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're getting into that stuff now, too?
Well, I saw it. I'm like, I kind of have to have it. So I'll just show you one of the discs there. Like, they're super colorful. You're probably not picking it up. But yeah.
Yeah.
Is that from Data? Musty?
This is from
Black?
this is Mondo discs.
Oh, okay.
I've never looked at any of their stuff before, but I saw them I saw them post that these were going to go live at one point, and it was a super reasonable price. They are out now. They're there. No longer available. But they're like really solid, thick. Yeah. I don't have a record player to play them with yet.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
That's
Part of part of why I was asking Kevin for recommendations on, or like what his setup is. I figure he'd probably know. But so I got that. And then the last thing has been hiding in plain sight this whole time. And I'm not going to open it, but you can read what it says on the side.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Oh, is that thing I mentioned to you without the
Yep.
game in it?
Yep. It was.
So you pulled the trigger, huh?
I
That's awesome.
did, because it was $13
That thing is huge.
shipped. Yeah, 13 shipped.
That's too big. Oh my lord.
Yeah.
What's it? Is it a statue or something?
Yeah, there's a statue, and I haven't opened it up yet, but
It'll probably
It's
be
like-
one of those Amazon things where you get it and it's like half packing.
I don't know. I mean, this is the box for the one that I got for Mirror's Edge was maybe just a tad short. But yeah, I haven't opened it up yet, but yeah, it's got a big statue of the guy from the cover.
Yeah.
This label does not have my address, so it's okay.
I really need to play that at some point. I played a little bit of it and it was really good.
Yeah, the single player on it was great, which is kind of ironic that we're talking about a good single player in a shooter. And then I got this is from Mr. G's.
Mr. G's.
Mr. G's. And then I got a couple more of the art pieces from that same artist. Although I got some different ones. I did get the 2B one. But I also got Diva from Overwatch. Tracer from Overwatch. And Tali. I like his work. He does good work. Okay, I think I'm done now. Dean, your turn.
This episode of Hangout is brought to you by Energizer.
That's right.
Yeah, sure, I'll go. Mine's going to be short. All right, so first thing, thanks to Ryan for the Super Mario cereal. Everywhere I've gone, I've never seen this before, so I don't know if this was U.S. only. Well, I guess Hodge got it in Ontario, but it's certainly not in Western Canada.
I think he had to have someone get it from him from the States, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no French or anything. So, a couple of disc games. Mad World I didn't have, but that was pretty good for the Wii.
Yeah.
I picked up Pikmin 1 because I had Pikmin 2 and 3, so that's good. Going for the Metal Gear Solid collection, so I picked up Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance for the Xbox and Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes for the GameCube. And then a few games from my childhood that I picked up. Vandal Hearts for the PS1. So right around the time FF Tactics came out, we got really into these strategy games. So Vandal Hearts and Tactics Ogre.
Are you able to lower your camera a bit, or is it stuck there?
Couldn't lower it.
Yeah, it was all forehead.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Can you see it? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, we can
So-
see the games. It's just
And then Tekken 3. It's the only Tekken I didn't have.
Say it. Say the words.
Subset complete.
Yes.
So, Dean, quick question: Do
Yeah,
you like Tekken as a fighter, or is it just because you want a collection? Because you were mentioning to how much you didn't care for Street Fighter because you're not good at fighters. So I want to know what's the difference. Why is Tekken?
Yeah, Tekken I always felt was sort of a slower paced fighter.
Okay.
You know, and Tekken 3 I played a lot of as a kid. And that's one I was able to beat with like all the characters, get all the movies unlocked, and then get all the extra characters. So it just felt like an easier one.
Mm-hmm.
Little Ninja Brothers, I've been looking since that first year in Portland, 2015. I never found for a good price, so I found it here for a really good price, and it's pretty minty. So that's a great game that not a lot of people talk about on the NES. A couple complete in box Super Nintendo games. I got Turtles in Time, which I was missing, and Arcana, which is like a card-based RPG. I got some Tekken figures, which are pretty hard to come by, but I got them for an awesome price. It was $20 for the whole set, and these were in UFO catchers in Japan, in those Sega stores. So there's 3 in the set. So this is Kazuya, and then Heihachi,
Nice.
and Nina. So, happy with those. Spider-Man, X-Men Arcade's Revenge, because Ryan recommended it. Said it was a great.
No,
game.
I did not.
It doesn't say why. You've been had.
He loved the discussion we had 2 weeks ago.
I think it was a throw-in, wasn't it, Dean? Like,
Yeah, I
when
was
you bought
just
something else.
for a later game. Yeah.
Good,
I got
weird, out of place 70s funk music, though.
Mega Man 3. Because I only have Mega Man 2 and then NES. That's the only Mega Man I have. So now I have 2 of them. I'm also going for a complete Castlevania collection. So I picked up the Game Boy Advance games. Harmony of Dissonance. Picked up Circle of the Moon. And Aria of Sorrow. So I don't know what order those go in, but I'll probably start playing them pretty quick.
Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, and Aria of Sorrow.
There you go.
That's the order I should play them in, yeah?
Yeah.
That's the release order.
Yeah,
And-
Circle of the Moon is a little bit more bare bones than the other ones.
It was
Hey,
a launch
okay.
Game Boy Advance game.
Yeah. But I'm just saying.
And Dean, Aria of Sorrow has a sequel on the NDS called Dawn of Sorrow.
I do have Dawn of Sorrow. I played that years ago, and that was really
Okay.
fun.
So that's a sequel to Aria of Sorrow.
Okay.
FYI.
Oh, good
Okay.
to know. Thanks.
Yeah.
I got a Mega Drive game, Herzog's Vi. Some Atari games, just thanks to Musty and Eric. So Barnstorming, E.T., which I didn't have.
Nice.
Yar's Revenge,
Nice.
and Missile Command
Awesome.
with some instruction manuals with that.
You should bring Yars and ET to PRGE because Howard Scott Warshaw always shows up there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He'll sign them for you if you want.
Then Ryan actually told me that that Rampage guy was there. I didn't realize that he also did General Chaos. So he had a bag of General Chaos action figures, like the full set from the original game, which is awesome. I picked up General Chaos last year at PRGE. That's a huge game from my childhood. And so all the proceeds go toward him making General Chaos 2. And I didn't get the card that usually comes in the Sega Genesis box. He had a small pile, so he signed one for me and gave it to me, so that was pretty cool. Retron 5, I had it, but thanks to Chris, it works, so I can play. And then probably the biggest pickup is Snatcher for Sega CD.
I really like the artwork and the style of that game.
Yeah, this is an awesome game. I played a little bit at Ryan's place. Didn't get very far, but yeah, this is an awesome, awesome game. So now I just have to pick up a Sega CD.
You don't have the system?
No.
Oh,
Well, you're
Is it-
tested now.
So
Yeah.
do you had to have Snatcher because it's a Kojima game and you're collecting the Metal Gear series and it's kind of in the Metal Gear series?
We can say that, sure.
Okay, I'll buy it. I'll buy that for
Sure,
$1.
why not?
I played Snatcher a lot on emulator when I was younger, so like I've played it before. I've never had a Sega CD, so
Is that it for your pickups?
that's it. Yeah.
All right. I think everyone's gone.
Yay.
Oh, by the way, this too. The exclusive Metal Gear Midwest Gaming Classic 2018 presenter.
Presenter badge.
It's Rocket Sauce. Boom.
You have to shove it in everybody's face like in Wayne's World.
VIP. VIP.
Hey, Fitnat, are you planning on coming out to Chicago? Do you know?
Probably not.
No.
No.
I can pick everyone up at the airport.
I do still need to get you that misassembled Mario Kart figure somehow.
Yeah. You know, I'll be in Chicago in July. It's perfect.
You should just bring it.
I think I'd rather ship it. I have no idea what the hell that should even go for. Just shoot me an offer on it or something.
Yeah, sounds good. It's going to be, yeah. This is going to be an expensive spring, so.
Jeez, I think I'm supposed to go to MomoCon the end of next month, and then I might want to go to Too Many Games, and then Chicago's the month after that. It's been a really heavy con year for me, and then PRG in October. I'm probably going to do what Yoshi's doing, just go for like a day and for Too Many Games.
Yeah, I'll talk to the guys in Ontario to see who's interested in Chicago and just let them know. I know you sent out a message, Musty. I think that was good.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I mean, Hodge thought Hodge got the impression there was some cancellation fee if you cancel, and
sure, yeah. So maybe the case with more of them. So I'll just let them know and see if we can build up.
The thing is, oh, absolutely. I mean, the one thing I do want to avoid is having everyone commit and then backing out at the last minute, but then we can at least get like here's how many people are actually thinking about it versus how many people are just like not saying that they're going to go, like Mark.
Yeah.
I'd just grab that Mario Kart figure just because I don't know who hasn't seen it, and it is just funny to me. It's been a while since I've shown it off. He's missing his arms. It was assembled and sealed into the box with no arms or steering wheel. Like, it's not even just shaking around in the box. They're just gone. They didn't get put on. I just think that's hilarious.
Okay.
It's Jack specific. I'm not surprised. They're terrible.
But it just looks so funny on the box. He's just armless in there.
Hey, let me show you this copy of Weapon Lord and why I got it for.
Nice.
Well, is it not? It's not on the label though.
It's not on the label at all. Like they specifically avoided the label, except for there's one spot right down where the Super Nintendo is.
Oh, okay. Well,
other than that, it's.
You can try. I guess you can try a little rubbing alcohol, and then if that doesn't work, you try rubbing alcohol with the magic eraser. That should take it off.
Yeah.
You just have to be careful around the label.
Yeah, and then the manual's got Lincoln Video written on it, and a big S. And then the back cover's missing. But, well, and the staple's not great either, but hey, it's all there. I mean, the nice thing is that the manual's got like all their moves and stuff. If I really want to get good.
What was it? The Lord of the Rings Volume 1. Was there ever going to be a Volume 2?
I think there was I think there were plans for it, but it didn't sell.
It'd be
I
funny
mean, they probably wouldn't have labeled it Volume 1 if they weren't planning a Volume
Right.
2.
No,
So-
I was wondering. I guess I was more wondering if it'd be funny if there was some unfinished game Volume 2 out there.
Yeah, so it can use the mouse, and it can also use the multi-tap. In fact, you can play 5-player on this.
I mean, with the AI, you'd probably have to, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's AI without. Let me see if how this does. Yeah, we might need to try dry erase on this before I go magic erasing it.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, it's coming up. I should just let it sit for a little bit. Let it.
I've also heard of people using dry erase markers and letting it sit for a while, and then using rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, I can do that. We'll see. It's still, I mean,
I've never. Josh is saying goof off. I don't think I've ever used goof off for that. Or, I think hairspray usually has alcohol or some sort of aldehyde or something.
yeah, I mean, I could probably get into like, if I really needed to, I could look at like acetone or something. That's probably not ideal, but like the pins on it look great though. So it's all cosmetic.
Bill said leave it on.
But it looks like, so Bill, it looks like somebody's covered up some of the markings. So I need to like take some of it off, but not all of it off. Like there's these big S's on it, right? See these S's?
The white vinyl eraser works for those Sharpie marks too. So besides the magic eraser,
Yeah.
you can always use that.
Yeah, there they are. Oh. I'll be. Yeah.
What'd you use? Told you. I use the other end that I don't wipe my contacts with because the Sharpie will start showing up on the eraser. But
Oh, you use, okay. I hear what you're saying.
but on the other hand, you're welcome.
Then there's silver or this white. That's not dry erase. Just curious what they were marking over here. I'll probably leave the back on though, because that's got a store number on it. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot one more thing that Eric gave me. I'm gonna go get that real quick.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that Ryan, we traded and he gave me an RGB modded N64 to try out. Am I on?
Mhm.
Yes.
Did that
Yeah.
work? Okay.
Yes, you
sorry. A collective ho hum from the forum here.
Well,
We lose Dean?
Yep.
yeah, it
Did
looks
he
like
say
it.
he had to go? Sorry.
Not that it matters all that much, but is my lighting at all better in this position? I just moved.
That's
So I know,
good.
like,
It's good. I don't know if it's
But
better.
essentially, Eric got me Jet Grind Radio, which was on my list. Like, you can remove it because Eric got it for me. It was on my Portland list too, and it was going to be the last game I was going to pick up at Portland. But someone went to the table that I was going to go and make a deal on and picked it up before I could. So I stocked up the whole place, and I found one place that had one that's a decent copy and a decent price. So thank you very much, Mighty Q Dog, for that.
You got it.
very nice.
And thank you for the N64.
You try it out yet? It
Nope.
works.
I believe it works. I haven't tried it.
That painter's tape on it was just to signify which one was different from the other ones, if you will.
Really? Because somebody was saying, I'm going to clean it and take that tape off, and it's not going to work anymore.
No, well,
Okay.
I know the guy who will fix it for you, if anything. It's a warranty on it, if you will.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's a
I'll
warranty on
I'll
it.
give it a shot. I will give it a shot.
I was trying to think of what the next developer is. Like what the next NES developer to go after.
Texan.
I was thinking Vic Tokai maybe.
Okay.
Taxan? What is Tax?
Taxan. They did Eight Eyes. They did The Good G.I. Joe. They did another. They got a couple good ones.
I mean, I picked up Deadly Towers. It doesn't have to be great.
Oh,
Okay.
I was gonna say Natsume, but you pink through the nose for all those games.
There's not a lot, right? There's only
It's
two of them.
it's Power Blade Scat. It cost you a pretty penny.
Yeek.
I think Power Blade 2 last I looked $200-$300. I can't remember.
Yeah, like that's why I probably won't ever go after Taito or Capcom. Some of the Capcom ones are insane.
I don't know. You could
Using an arcade
go
stick
for-
over there.
What are you
Yep.
playing, Ryan?
Capcom for SNK. Making a lot of noise or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think he's using a fight stick. I bet.
You
Yeah.
betcha.
Yeah,
I want one of those.
you could. I don't know. You could go for a Jalico set.
Jalka wouldn't be bad. Bases loaded 4 is the hard one, right? Oh wait, no, that's not.
Or 3. I don't remember.
I think it's 4. 4 is the hard one.
I think that's Jalico.
Yeah.
Like Bulletproof is an easy one. It's like it's Hattress and Pipe Dream.
Yeah, some of these I'm looking at a list of their games. They're all pretty common. Most of them.
But Vic Tokai would be a good one.
Let's see.
Like I was thinking Konami, but then when I looked at like the list is substantial for Konami. Like the sheer number of games, it's a lot of games.
Oh, were they?
Irem is one, right? One of the developers.
Mm-hmm.
They did Metal Storm.
I have Metal Storm already, so
That's probably the big one, right?
Yes.
So that's something you look at. I have no idea what else they've developed, but
I don't think they have a lot.
that stick is just ensuring that you are the only one showing up.
I'll mute myself.
That'll do.
By publisher.
Mute him.
IREM is Image Fight, Kickle Cubicle, Metal Storm, and Swoon.
Squoon's, yeah, that's an expensive one. I have that. It's a little expensive. It's not.
It's not Metal Storm expensive.
Yeah, I think it's like 70, maybe. I want to say something like that.
That's a small subset. Like, I have half of them.
I think I have Image Fight and Squoon. Can't remember what else.
We go after Game Tech, and that's all the like licensed, like American Gladiators, Concentration, Double Dare, Family Feud, Hollywood Squares, Jeopardy, all of the Jeopardies. Price, Wheel of Fortune.
Oh. So, Holy Divers and IREM game.
See, this is the site. Up in the chat.
Random side note into movie news. I don't know if this happened like while this is the Hangout's been going or just slightly before, but apparently Steven Spielberg is going to direct a DC movie.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, and it's not a superhero one. He's doing the war movie. Shock of shocks, off the series Black Hawk. That's not a thing anyone ever would have guessed. Carry on. That was just weird.
Well, I remember him reading about how he, I think, grew up a huge fan of comic books and whatnot too. So maybe that was something he's always had in his mind.
Yeah, maybe with his just kind of war movie obsession, he got into Black Hawk, and that fits, I guess. I guess to fill the void, I'll do another news topic. Is anyone other than me interested in playing Battlefield? I know I'm the only one that has Battlefront 2, but they announced a new mode that's going to be a limited event called Ewok Hunt.
And it's like Infection, right?
Yeah, if you've ever played Halo Infection mode, essentially the zombie mode, in that it would be like the Spartans would be hunted by zombies, and every time a Spartan is killed, the player respawns as a zombie. Think that, but Ewoks are the zombies and they're hunting stormtroopers. That is absolute perfection. I love it. I'm just sad that it's going to be a limited event. That should just be all year round.
How long is that Overwatch thing going? I completely forgot about that.
2 weeks. 2 more weeks.
2 more
30.
weeks. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because I haven't tried it yet.
Neither have I.
It's a good time. There's some new skins.
Yeah. Well, if you guys play, let me, if you don't mind, send it out.
Yeah,
Maybe I can join sometime this weekend or something.
we can do that. We won't have P1, but that'll be okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
That doesn't mean we shouldn't play it. I'm just,
agreed.
We'll officially be one hammer down.
well,
That was terrible.
the story mode doesn't give you any tanks.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So is Sean gonna have to like? So aren't they doing the podcast recording tomorrow? Or I can't remember. I thought he had to do that kind of. He had to take care of that kind of short order. I thought.
Oh, the Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
So I think he ships out next week.
He ships out this week, 19th.
Okay.
Thursday,
Okay.
I think. I don't know. Josh might still be in the chat. He can probably confirm since I think he's.
And then
he's on it.
I think Bob or Rob. I mean, from Bonus Barrel. I don't know who the other person is.
Oh, speaking of that, we need to make a case to get P2 as a permanent Bonus Barrel host.
Yeah, you'll have to. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how you twist his arm.
Well, you really don't want to twist his arm, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So, anyone playing anything interesting other than Kingdom Hearts?
Rocket. No kidding, Rocket. I'm going to try to get through Sonic on the Game Gear, except on the RetroPie, and use save states.
It's only I think there's less than an hour of gameplay if you know where to go. If you know where to go on each level.
I played the Master System version, but I guess it's different. You can certainly the viewport into the game is a lot bigger, so you can see a lot further ahead in the game. So I'm curious how they address that with the Game Gear.
Oh
yeah, I got halfway through and not very long. So
I got to the last stage, I think, when I was sitting in the airport.
So you've got a working Game Gear, huh?
Oh yeah, it still looks like crap. It looks like crap though. I mean, that screen's terrible. It has ghosting and stuff. I have to replace it at some point.
Was it recapped?
Yeah, I recapped it.
Okay.
But the other thing is like, if you want the cinematic ending, you have to get all the Chaos Emeralds. So I have to look at a game FAQ and figure out where they all are. So
I saw one, but couldn't figure out how to get down to it. So I'm going to do the same thing.
Or just look at a video playthrough.
Yeah. God bless YouTube. I actually have been using YouTube a lot to confirm whether games have manuals in them or not.
Yeah, I've had to do that a few times.
Unboxing videos are great for that because you can. There's no. Well, I suppose there's a way to trick the camera, but if they're ripping the seal off and opening it and there's no manual, then I'm pretty confident there's no manual.
Yeah, like before you'd see ones that are like opening brand new release games that aren't the special edition versions. They're just the regular ones. Like you'd just look and go like, why would anybody want to watch that? And then now it's just like, oh, I need to confirm whether this has a manual or not.
Yes. It was really hard to find a video to confirm that Odin Sphere Sphere for the PlayStation 4 had it didn't have a manual because all of the videos were for the special edition. There was one. I think I found one after many and of course, and there were a few, but they were all like European, and it's like, well, I need to make sure that the North American version. But yeah, so anybody who wants to do unboxings of regular versions of games, that's okay with me.
Yeah. So FYI, I just unsealed this. And inside there is this ad for Devastator.
Okay.
Single page, no back.
What, for the toy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I bought that new also for the PS3. I'll have to check if the PS3 version has that.
You can check my Xbox One version. I think I got that new too, though, so it should be fine.
You know, I listened to the playcast on that with Kevin, and I don't care if they don't, you know, if the game's no good. That is right up my alley. I love the G1 stuff. That is
I don't.
total fan service for me. I love it.
It's probably at least the third best Transformers game.
Really? What's better?
Well, I haven't played it, but
Fall of Cybertron.
Fall and
Yeah,
War of Cybertron?
Yeah, War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. I can't imagine another one being better than those. Just
in terms
overall.
of gameplay.
Yeah, gameplay and just quality of story and graphics.
Okay.
I mean, the G1 one has the cell shading and more simplistic, brighter graphics, so that probably looks better. Also, next-gen consoles.
I think it looks great.
The designs for War for Cybertron and Fall of are really good.
Okay. I have all three of them, and I remember playing whichever one came out first. Was it War for Cybertron?
Yeah, it was War for Cybertron.
I played the first level of that, and it's Transformers clearly, but they don't look anything like the G1 versions that I remember. So,
well, they took from the G1 and they kind of modernized it a little bit.
Okay.
So, but they were going off the original designs. They just kind of tweaked them.
They were okay. Because I thought the first level you played like some Decepticon, and I thought it was maybe Starscream at one point. I'm like, it doesn't matter. My memory is vague, but I have heard those are good games.
They are very good for Transformers games, at least.
Yeah.
But when I say that's the third, there is a fourth that's not the Famicom game, and it's the PS2 Armada game, which is okay, but it has problems. That was the best at the time it came out.
I have one for the PS2, but I don't think it's the Armada game.
It's just called Transformers.
That's the Armada one you're talking about?
Yeah, it doesn't have Transformers the game on it. It's just Transformers.
Okay.
Nothing before or after the title.
Yeah, okay, I do have that one. It's got Optimus Prime on the cover.
Yep.
Yeah, I do. I found that. Yeah, I do have that one.
Yeah, that one is... If you want to see ragdoll physics at their finest, get hit by anything in that game.
Yeah. Okay.
The tidal wave level is amazing, though.
Huh. All right.
At least it was at the time. It was a cool thing to see that. Because like you're just on, I guess, minor spoiler just for what the setup for the level is. Tidal wave is just this big ship, and you're in the water and it's raining. And then he transforms midway through the level, and he's just massive.
Okay.
It has issues, but it's pretty cool.
Cool. Well, that's not one I'd probably play before the others. To be honest with you, I'd probably play Devastation first.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just love the art style so much. But congrats on that, Musty. I hear, it's out of print,
Yeah.
But my brother wanted it for the 360. That was shortly after it came out, and that was kind of hard to find for a while. But I got the PS4 version. I don't know why. I guess I liked the blue cover, the blue case.
I wanted to get the PS4 one. I think that's supposed to be slightly better.
Okay.
But I got the Xbox One version because that's all I had at the time when I got it.
Yeah,
and the PS4 one just says not friggin' drop. It's really annoying. At least not on Amazon.
It not dropped in price?
It has dropped down from full price, but like it hasn't gone like under $30 at any point, which is annoying.
Yeah.
So I want to get it for like 20 or less.
Oh, well, yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, not gonna happen. At least I have it already.
That's true.
One other Transformers game that sorry to cut you off, Musty, but
No, you're fine.
one other Transformers game that's just kind of odd that I want to pick up, other than the one based off the Transformers Prime cartoon. That's supposed to be okay. But there was Rise of the Dark Spark on the 3DS. The main console games are supposed to be hot garbage. Unfortunately, they're tied into the War for Cybertron and all that, but they tied it in with the movie, and it's just terrible. Not even by High Moon Studios. But the 3DS game is made by WayForward, and it's a tactical RPG. Who would ever do Transformers tactical RPG other than WayForward?
Wow. That's on the 3DS?
Yeah.
It's called Rise of the Darkspark?
Yep.
I remember thinking many years ago that I don't know. Maybe what the difference between tactical or like a Shining Force type game with Transformers.
The grid stuff.
Yeah, with
Where you're moving the characters on the grid.
Or like Advanced War, something where it's like a grid and you move. So like you could use their tech specs and you could transform to make them move.
Yep.
I thought that would be a great idea for a game. I'm surprised no one had ever done it.
But
is that what this game is like? Now they have? Yeah, I should get that too then.
Apparently, but it is just kind of I was about to say it's a movie tie-in, but probably not. I think they did it to kind of coincide with Age of Extinction, but it's not a specific movie tie-in.
Okay.
But it does have movie-verse stuff in it, unfortunately.
Excuse me. All right.
Actually, that reminds me, there was an Armada board game that also kind of has that, because it's a board game, so you're moving the characters on the board, which I actually have. I'm missing some of the cards, unfortunately, but that's kind of funny. If nothing else, it's good to have a couple little Transformers figurines.
Okay. Dusty's still scraping away there.
Gotta keep them clean.
Have you started targeting the Atari games yet?
Nope. I just want to get the NES ones done.
Yeah, I'm with you. Now, do you test your games before you clean them, or do you clean them before you test them?
Clean them first.
Yeah, me too. I sure hope they work. It's going to be a while before I can get to
Otherwise, I have used alcohol on them, right? This isn't eBay, though. Did you guys listen to Dollar Dorks?
Not yet.
Okay. Some good stuff there. Like, really good stuff.
So what's the deal? Something about using alcohol on them?
So, Chris advises you to, if you are ever in a situation where you've got somebody you sell them a game on eBay, get them to admit, you have to ask them if they tried to clean them with a Q-tip, but you don't say what to clean them with. Because if they come back and say that they used alcohol, that automatically it is against eBay policy, or it's like in their policy that alcohol can't be used as a cleaning agent. It also says so on the back of the game too.
Yeah,
so I mean,
yeah, that's more the reason why, because then you could just point to that and just say it says do not clean with benzene, thinner, alcohol, or other such solvents. So you're basically.
So if they're like, well, it's not working, and you'd be like, well, did you clean it? And then if they say that, then you automatically win any contested
really
sale. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he mentioned that when he was first on Dollar Dorks.
Except
Yeah.
everybody uses alcohol.
Sure.
So it's like
Everybody does.
It's kind of baloney, right?
Yeah, but it's good as an out to try to keep the seller from screwing you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've got somebody who's fighting you on it, because you could send them something,
Yeah.
And I think the other thing he said was that if you can get the case closed on eBay's side, then once that's done, then PayPal can't touch it.
Yeah, okay.
Because Bill's making a point here, but then they can turn around and go to PayPal. But Chris has some advice for saving yourself from that. Chris's biggest thing is just get somebody on the phone on eBay and talk to them.
Yeah, I think he had some phone number that he always calls.
Well, I only had one experience with eBay. I sold something and shipped it through eBay, and the person said it never arrived. And so I called up eBay and I said, well, I don't know what to do now. They said it never arrived, but I have all the tracking that says it was put on there, it was delivered. And the girl says, yep, says it was delivered. You're safe. And that was the end of that. So I don't know if they paid off the buyer also or what, but they never took my money. Sorry, Bill.
Good.
So I guess I guess my point there is I shipped through them, so they kind of had all the tracking information in their own system, and they're like, yeah, it says it was delivered. You'll be fine. Anyway, eBay makes all these horror stores make me nervous, man. I just want to go to my local game store and trade everything in. Not deal with eBay.
Yeah. Like, even Jason breaks it down to, like, you know, here's the stuff you sell on Facebook. Here's the stuff you should sell only on eBay. Like, if you're trying to maximize your dollar.
Yeah. So far, there's been some things that I'm like, this is definitely an eBay. This is definitely an eBay sale because it's worth a lot more to people on eBay than it is to my game store.
Mm-hmm.
And Melissa found a TurboGrafx at a rummage sale once that on the box had a label that said "Sell on eBay," but it was at the rummage sale. And the rummage sale, they didn't know what it was, and so Melissa's like, "Well, what do you want for this?" And the person's like, "Well, how about $20?" And Melissa's like, "Yep."
Awesome.
So I got lucky with a cheap TurboGrafx.
Like, I don't know. You think you do 10?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It only displaces matter, so that's a Simpsons joke. Or transports matter. All right.
Like 9 out of 10 games I have for sale are like garage sale games.
But yeah, he was like, if it's Mario, Zelda, like big names, sell on Facebook. If it's anything, you know, if it's collector's edition or your niche stuff, you're most likely to get somebody who will pay close to going rate on eBay. He said if you have systems to sell with the games, Facebook, unless they're Facebook seems like the place for like $3 to $5 games plus a system.
Yeah. So what you're saying is my copy of Record of Agarest for the Naughty Edition for 360 should go up on eBay.
Probably. I think that's a safe assumption.
Yeah. That box is flimsy as hell. That would be really annoying to ship. I can't even get the mouse pad back in there. It's too fragile.
Why am I spending so much time cleaning this one? Scrubbing away at it.
What game is that?
Kings of the Beach.
You don't want that to be filthy.
Gotta get all that sand out of there.
Yeah, it had some kind of sticker across the back here.
Oh, so you know, I think it's the latest Masters of Unlocking. Scott talks about some stuff to clean, and if you've never used Goo Gone is a good one, and for taking off sticker. And for some places, I'm guessing I have just enough knowledge to be dangerous. But you guys, I got two biochemists. I think Goo Gone is an oil-based solvent, so I use it sometimes on marker, and it will work on some markers too. Takes it right off. Does any of that seem plausible?
I think so.
I don't know.
Unless it's a water-based marker.
Yeah, but that's my point. If I use alcohol, use rubbing alcohol, it doesn't come off, then I'll put Goo Gone on it, and sometimes it just comes right off.
Oh yeah,
and I am speculating that it is because Goo Gone is an oil-based solvent.
Yeah, it's petroleum-based, so.
Petroleum.
Yeah. You do not want to leave that stuff on there, though, right?
No, then I always clean Goo Gone off with alcohol. Get it nice and dried off that way. Anyway, just a thought, Musty. Some marker comes off with Goo Gone, and if you don't have Goo Gone, generally you should get it.
No, I do.
Or use that stuff that Scott mentioned called. I wrote it down. Bertine, something like that. Yeah, gonna look out for that.
the stuff for taking stickers off a cardboard.
Yeah. Though I've used Goo Gone. If the cardboard has the wax or has the, I guess I'll call it wax, or the plastic coating on it, and I know that that coating has not been damaged and I'm not anywhere near a crease, I've used Goo Gone to get stickers off. And then I use a very little bit, and then I try to wipe it off quickly. But I've had some success with that, but only if the cardboard has that wax, a pretty good fresh wax coating on it, or that sheen. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like N64 cartridges, or they have that, or boxes. They kind of have a sheen on them. If that's in good shape, I'll sometimes use Goo Gone on them. It makes
But their labels don't.
The labels, no. I never use no cartridge labels.
Ugh, this one's just gross.
Oh, I'm not selling my TurboGrafx CD. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat.
Who's asking for it?
Our local store was going to do $300 cash for a Turbo CD, or maybe it was credit. But I don't want to sell my Turbo CD, so forget it. I thought they were doing a deal on. That's squeaky clean. That's like a cheese curd.
Yeah.
That's like a fresh cheese curd squeak.
Ugh.
There's my alarm. I'm going to have to get going. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a night.
All right.
Good night. I had a blast seeing you guys at Midwest FitNat. You should try to make it out to one of these sometime. It's a lot of fun.
One day.
And Bill, I'm not selling my turbo. Good night.
Night.
I'm probably gonna head out too myself. I'm kind of tired the last couple of days, so I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a night. Call it early for myself tonight, guys. So
I think I might join them.
sorry,
Yeah.
I'm just a little exhausted from the last couple of days. So
That I understand.
Yeah.
But now,
No, I'm good if you guys go. And you sound like you probably need to give your voice a break anyway.
I probably should. Okay, we can cut it.
All right.
Jeez, Rocket, you leaving? Everybody's leaving.
Well, I have that effect. I am a big deal. So
Oh, wait.
Eric left first.
Yeah, Eric did
Go to
leave
him.
first. Jeez, Eric.
all right. Well, I'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Bye.
Yep.
Night.